The Central Criminal Court, or Bailey, has on Friday, 5th of May 2023, sentenced Ike Ekweremmadu, his wife and Dr. Obeta to prison for organ harvesting. Hello my wonderful people, welcome back to yet another story. It is Florence here and this is Story TV. If you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. If this is your first time, welcome. Kindly subscribe to my channel and set notifications so that you can easily access my upcoming posts. Thank you so much. On March 2023, the jury pronounced a guilty verdict on Senator Ike Ekweremmadu, his wife Beatrice, and Dr. Obeta for conspiring to bring a 21-year-old boy, David Nwamini, to London to harvest his kidney. During the sentencing, the presiding judge, Justice Johnson, made it clear that trafficking of human organs is a form of slavery. It treats human beings and their body parts as a commodity to be bought and sold. He said it's a trade that preys on poverty, misery, and desperation. But during the televised sentence hearing, the judge, Justice Johnson, said he took into consideration a 51-page document pleading for leniency for Mr. Ike Ekweremmadu, highlighting how he's a person of upstanding character. It is said that the Nigerian Parliament and ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo, among others, including the ECOWAS, had pleaded for leniency for the Ekweremmadus. The plea was considered because they got a minimum sentence. The punishment for Ekweremmadu's criminal case was supposed to be a minimum of 8 years imprisonment to life imprisonment. So here is the sentence pronounced by Justice Johnson on Ike Ekweremmadu, his wife, and Dr. Obeta.
The applicable starting points are custodial sentences of 10 years in the case of Abina Obeta, 10 years and 6 months in the case of Ike Ekweremmadu, and 6 years in the case of Beatrice Ekweremmadu. Abina Obeta, stand up please. There are aggravating features in your case. You deliberately targeted a victim who was particularly vulnerable due to his young age, his isolation from his immediate family, and his poverty. After the conspiracy to exploit C was thwarted, you continued to try and find another person to be exploited in the same way. As against that, you have no previous convictions, and you were a person of good character.
Prior to considerations, Dr. Obeta got 10 years, Ike Ekweremmadu got 10 years, 8 months, and his wife, Beatrice, got 6 years imprisonment. But after considerations, Dr. Obeta, 10 years imprisonment, Ike Ekweremmadu, 9 years, 8 months imprisonment, and his wife, Beatrice, 4 years, 6 months in prison. In a personal statement, the victim, David Nwamini, a 21-year-old Nigerian market trader, told the court that he used to pray every day to be given the opportunity to come to the UK to work or study. He said that to make this happen, he agreed to medical tests in Lagos and meetings with doctors in London, believing they were required for the UK visa during the COVID pandemic. He said that he realized what they planned to do to him when he met with the doctors at the Royal Free Hospital in London, who began discussing kidney transplant. He told the court that he wouldn't have agreed to do that since his body is not for sale. He said that he's not going back to Nigeria since his life is not safe there. The victim is now being taken care of by a charity in the UK, according to his lawyer in Nigeria. Ike Ekweremmadu's daughter, Sonia Ekweremmadu, was cleared of wrongdoing. She wasn't found guilty of the offense. She only watched the sentencing of her parents from public gallery. According to BBC, Lynette Woodrow, Deputy Chief Crown Prosecutor and the National Modern Slavery Lead at the Crown Prosecution Service, said it had been our first conviction for trafficking for the purpose of organ removal in England and Wales. She pinpointed the important legal principle which stated that it doesn't matter whether the victim knew that his kidney was going to be taken or not. This means that even if the victim knew that his kidney was going to be taken or had agreed to sell the kidney, that is still a crime in the UK, where organs are donated for free. We now see from where it is very difficult for Ike Ekweremmadu and his accomplice to have escaped this crime. So I must say that Ike Ekweremmadu is so lucky. I mean, to get the minimum jail time. The punishment for his offense was supposed to be between 8 years to life imprisonment, but he got 10 years, approximately 10 years. And I must say that that's the minimum, he got the minimum punishment. So, well, I say I'm happy for him. I'm not happy that he wanted to exploit this boy, but I'm happy because we were pitying him because of his daughter who is having this disease. And according to Nigerian lawmakers, okay, when they were begging for leniency on Ike Ekweremmadu's case, okay, they stated that he didn't do this for commercial purposes, but just to help his ailing daughter. And we want to understand the state of a man who is in desperate need to save his ailing daughter, okay, who is helpless. Now, but what of this boy? Has he ever sat down to think about this boy, to think about the law, what the law says about this, what is right and what is wrong about what he was about to do? He didn't do that. He did whatever he did because he could. Yes, because he had the money to do that. So he decided to do it. Go out there, get me a boy. And they got this boy who is willing to go to travel to UK. And they deceived him to go to the UK. There now, where the boy found out that the reason why they brought him to the UK was not actually the reason why he was there, that it was for something else. So, but thank God that this boy was wise enough to find help right before anything happened. That this boy was, brave or smart enough to find help without fearing anybody. And I guess he knows that was UK, where the law works. Because if he's in Nigeria, where would you run to? If we had good hospitals in Nigeria, like hospitals that take care of what is a kidney transplant, I mean standard hospitals that can take care of kidney transplant, there wouldn't be any need for them to be traveling out to do that. We don't need to travel to India, travel to UK, travel to US, travel to Saudi Arabia to take care of our health. But they won't always think about equipping the hospitals because they believe that any problem, they will just get out of the country, go to UK, go to US to do take care of their health and all that. So, and this is a big lesson to our leaders. They should make sure that our hospitals are working well, equipped and all that. So with this, I come to the end of this video. Please leave your comment down below and let me know what you think about the post. Thank you so much for coming this far with me. My name remains Florence and this is Torre. If you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. If this is your first time, welcome. Kindly subscribe to my channel and set notifications so that you can easily access my upcoming posts. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. God bless you. Bye.
The applicable starting points are custodial sentences of 10 years in the case of Abina Abeta, 10 years and 6 months in the case of Ike Ekweremmadu, and 6 years in the case of Beatrice Ekweremmadu. Abina Abeta, stand up, please. There are aggravating features in your case. You deliberately targeted a victim who was particularly vulnerable due to his young age, his isolation from his immediate family, and his poverty. After the conspiracy to exploit C was thwarted, you continued to try and find another person to be exploited in the same way. As against that, you have no previous convictions, and you are a person of good character.